Hello. So here is Oliver's video from yesterday. We worked on his focus in the lobby, but also worked against other dogs and having a different handler. We kind of threw it all at him. So Oliver has been doing really well one-on-one in the training room and one-on-one in the front lobby. But when we start throwing other people that are handling him and also that another person, me, working with a different dog, he's like, whoa, what is this? So Ashley is one of our managers who has just joined the training team. She's been working on becoming a trainer with me. So she's been helping in working with the dogs, and Oliver has really enjoyed working with her. But she's working on the place command right here, so he has to ignore people and distractions. Now, I wanted to give a quick caveat. I apologize for some of the camera angles and for some of the obstacles. Filming the lobby and getting everything in it is not always the easiest. So toward the end of this, we actually flip the camera around so you can actually see him directly. But he does pretty well where he's like, okay, I'll listen to you. Okay, I guess I'll wait for this. As we work on this, what we want is he's going to be asked for a sit place. So he's going to stay on this cot. If he lays down, that's going above and beyond, but that's not required. All he has to do is just sit there. And ideally, we can move around, we can walk away, we can just observe as the world goes past. There's no other expectations except you're hanging out on Dog Island, essentially. You can see him, you can see him look out the window, you can see him look at kind of the camera, you can see him when people walk past because he's like, woe is me. One of the reasons why I love training in the lobby is that it fluctuates. There's going to be moments of really good calm, and then there's moments of kind of controlled chaos. So right there, he got really excited to see Wilbur and wanted to come off. So we marked that, reset, and get him back up there. And this is what we want. We want him to be able to focus no matter what is going on. Now right here, I'm going to walk over to him and give him some love, just to be like, hi, buddy. It is kind of tough when you're not the one training them every day, but it's also good for him to learn that margin of error. So it doesn't matter who's holding that leash. Any person that's the leash holder, he needs to listen to that individual. And we use treats, we use praise, we use play as we do this, but this is kind of a snippet of just how do we get that practical application of well-mannered. We've done the interval training with him where he's got worked on impulse control, where we're playing and then he has to pause, or he's in the daycare yard and he has to listen and come off from playing with another dog. We've worked in that capacity, but we're also working on the boring stuff. Training isn't always fun and fancy. Sometimes it's the repetition of doing it again and doing it again and doing it again to build it as almost second nature or a default command. Okay, so from here on out, you're going to have double time, just so that you're not stuck watching a 15-minute video. This is actually a time frame where it was about 25 minutes in the lobby. That's kind of snipped down and sped up for you. So this is me and Wilbur. They are a bonded pair that have big reactions when they're together. We've worked them individually, but now we're working on working them together. Oliver actually plays with Wilbur in the yard, the little gray one. Mia, the little white and tan one, plays with the littles. She's gets too excited for big dogs. So he knows these dogs pretty well. And this is where you can see where we're about maybe 20 yards, maybe a little bit longer, away from a dog, and he has to work on place. Also, I'm rewarding them, and he's not getting those rewards from me. So when you talk about sibling rivalry, if we're talking about having other family members, this is something that we can work on, is someone else can give attention to another dog or another person, and it's okay. There's a couple times I don't know if you'll be able to see it really, but his face is just like, how dare you, which is kind of funny to me, because it's like, oh buddy, you're fine. But that's where we're working on that impulse, where he has to stay on place, where we have to work on it. Doesn't matter what's happening on the other side of the street, we have to ignore it. And he redirects beautifully each and every time. So there's about 2 more minutes of this sped up. Enjoy the video. Let me know if you have any questions, and he's doing really well.